Good evening. I'm Sean Weed along with Ryan Hedrick for WIBWNewsNow.com, a part of 580 WIBW Radio. Hey, we wanted to give you guys one final update before we ended our coverage this evening because we have been on air on Facebook Live for our news agency for about 3 hours now.
Oh, I mean, 1 o'clock, we're going on 4 hours now.
Yeah, we're going on 4 hours of live coverage, so we wanted to just give you a brief recap and then end the evening with what we know. We do know that, according to Colleen Stewart, let's start at the beginning. Around 10 o'clock this evening, U.S. Marshals were conducting a search on a motel room at the Country Club Motel at 37th and Topeka Boulevard. When they entered the area, it seems like, according to what we're getting, is that four of those marshals or those individuals, a part of that task force, were injured. And again, a very, very, very volatile situation. They were entering it with, of course, their duty uniforms. On top of that, they had protective gear on, but still four are injured, non-life-threatening injuries, according to Colleen Stewart.
Yeah, and with that said, anytime they're serving what I term and what they term as a high-risk warrant, you have to take into consideration the elements, and they're going in against people that, when the fugitive task force comes to get you, you've done something very bad. So in this sense, it was a high-risk situation. Now we have not got confirmation about who they were chasing. We can tell you that they are recovering from their injuries. Spoke to Ron Miller, Deputy U.S. Marshal, or the U.S. Marshal for the District of Kansas. He's at the hospital right now with the guys as they recover, and we wish them well and thank them for their service. I want to be very upfront. Thank you for your bravery, for your courage, and for everything you do for our community and behind the scenes at that.
And of course, we want to thank all the officers who were involved, from the Topeka Police Department to the Marshal's Office, and then also to the Capitol Police, Kansas Highway Patrol, and the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. Now, we do know that the helicopter was flying around, and then also the firefighters who are here. The Topeka Fire Department is also on scene, still trying to control that blaze. Now, we can tell you that, as we said, four of those marshals were injured, and then we do have confirmation from a Kansas state official that a victim is inside one of those hotel rooms. Who that victim is, we do not know. We're waiting for confirmation. But again, an official from the governor's office has given us confirmation that at least one person from the fire department update is in one of those hotel rooms.
I do want to say one thing. Thank you for the outpouring of comments and the general tips. When we don't report information, it's not that we don't trust the general public. We love our listeners, our viewers, but we have to be accurate because, like I said earlier, there are families listening of the officers that were shot and recovering from their injuries. There are friends, girlfriends, wives, children are listening. If you're a parent, you can certainly feel that.
Yeah, most definitely. And working as closely with law enforcement as I have over the years, I mentioned a couple of times this evening when I was giving updates of what I could assume was happening. Didn't completely assume, but generally with the training I've had in law enforcement, knowing these boys in blue, they go through some pretty tough times, and this is one of them. But to update you, the fire is pretty much contained. They are still battling some hot spots in the marshal's office. Not the marshal's office, but, well, the fire marshal's office will be doing an interview or conducting an investigation as to what happened and what may have specifically caused that fire. Now, we did bring up one name this evening because of the relevance of the location we're in and also the manhunt that's going on about that. Ryan, tell us about that.
Orlando Collins is a guy that on March 30th, real quick, Cliff Notes version of his rap sheet, at least current to date, Shawnee County Sheriff's issued a warrant for discharging a firearm in an occupied dwelling April 4th, allegedly 2 armed robberies April 5th. They found a car which started off, you broke that story, 702 Southwest Gage Street. At that car wash, a car suffered, the 96 Audi suffered some fire damage. And then yesterday, the smoke shop, or would that be 2 days ago now, the smoke shop, right across from the quick shop, he allegedly robbed it April 4th, and he robbed it again.
Which literally, and I'm going to give you an idea, is right over there. So
right across the way. So this was a guy and is a guy that is being sought by federal agencies. Now, I must say this: the task force that Sean alluded to so eloquently, U.S. Marshals, FBI is involved in that task force as well. TPD and Shawnee County Sheriffs. It is the epitome of collaboration in this county. Your tax dollars are to work because those guys are condensing what could be a broad multi-jurisdictional effort to make it one law enforcement effort, which is a good thing.
Absolutely, and we could definitely tell you that we're going to continue to update you on this story. For those of you who may not know, we are with 580 WIBW Radio, and you can find all of our news updates on WIBWnewsnow.com. We got to give a shout out to some other folks. We have been the voice this evening, and now the face. You can see our faces of our coverage this evening, but we've got a lot of folks who are back behind the scenes who have really been keeping our website up to date with the web stories. Nan Yates, our news director, started off with updating our website, to Ryan Ogle, our digital director, who's doing the updates. This is Ryan Hedrick. I'm Sean Wheat, aka Rhino, for those of you out there who may know me as that. But we are a very, very enthusiastic news team, proud to bring you these updates, and we're seeing a lot of folks saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we want to thank you for trusting us for the news coverage of this breaking news this evening. So we really do appreciate you tuning in. And of course, we will have updates on 580 WIBW and here on our website at WIBWnewsnow.com. But other than that, really quick recap: four officers with the federal Marshals Task Force have been injured, non-life-threatening injuries. One victim inside the motel. We don't know who that is, and we'll wait, of course, more information from the Topeka Police Department as it becomes available. Otherwise, for Nan Yates, Ryan Ogle, Ryan Hedrick, myself, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Sean Wheat. He's Ryan Hedrick. 580 WIBW Radio and WIBWnewsnow.com.